Breaking news. The Atlanta Falcons have been the center of heated discussions lately, not just about their leadership, but also about their players. Let's dive right in. And hey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update about our Falcons. Former NFL star Alex Smith didn't hold back on ESPN's Sunday NFL Countdown. The 16-year veteran and three-time Pro Bowler called out the Falcons' front office, describing their decisions as an organizational disaster. His main concern? How the team handled its quarterbacks this season, especially with Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. Smith, raised eyebrows over two big moves, giving Kirk Cousins a massive $180 million contract in the offseason and then drafting a quarterback in the top 10 just a few months later. He was blunt. You paid Kirk Cousins $90 million guaranteed, then drafted his replacement. After 14 games, you changed your mind. Smith also highlighted the tough spot rookie Michael Penix Jr. found himself in. With no proper development, Penix was suddenly thrust into the middle of a playoff race. According to Smith, it was unfair to expect him to perform under such pressure, especially after a rough game where he reportedly missed 10 to 12 passes against Washington. Smith pointed to a lack of preparation as the main issue. But it's not just about bad timing. The financial side of things looks grim too. Cousins' $90 million guarantee comes with a $40 million cap hit next season and $65 million in dead money over the next 2 years. That's money that could have been spent on improving Atlanta's weak defense, a defense that wasn't strong enough to support a win-now strategy. Smith even compared the Falcons to the Minnesota Vikings, who handled a similar situation very differently. The Vikings let Cousins go, drafted J.J. McCarthy at number 10, signed Sam Darnold as a temporary quarterback for just $10 million, and used their extra cash to strengthen their defense. The result? A balanced team with a clear direction. Meanwhile, Atlanta paid big for Cousins, got just one extra win, lost draft capital, and now has fewer resources to build a competitive roster. To be fair, the Falcons might have had a plan, win now with Cousins while developing Penix for the future. But Smith argued the plan was flawed. Drafting a top 10 quarterback means committing to his full development, and the Falcons didn't set Penix up for success. The result? A rough 2-6 record after he took over. Still, there's a silver lining. If Penix is truly the future, having a young quarterback on a rookie deal could help the Falcons bounce back. It gives them the financial flexibility to fix their mistakes if they make the right moves going forward. Now, Falcons fans, it's your turn. Was Alex Smith right? Did the Falcons mishandle their quarterback situation, or did their plan just fall apart this season? Let us know your thoughts. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. The Falcons already have one of the most exciting offenses heading into next season. With Darnell Mooney now one of the highest-paid receivers in the league, and stars like Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Tyler Allgeier, and Bijan Robinson locked in, Michael Penix Jr. has a strong supporting cast. But can the Falcons add even more firepower? Some believe Atlanta should focus on clearing cap space to boost the defense, but let's dream for a moment. What if the Falcons went all in on offense and targeted some of the league's biggest stars? Let's explore 3 bold possibilities that could make this offense unstoppable. 1. Tyreek Hill. The speedster is reportedly frustrated in Miami, despite his big contract, because of the team's lack of playoff success. If Hill is looking for a fresh start, could Atlanta be his next home? Imagine Hill lining up with Mooney, London, Robinson, and Pitts. His blazing speed combined with Penix's deep ball accuracy would create an offense that's nearly impossible to stop. Of course, the team's financial situation makes this dream unlikely. Kirk Cousins' massive contract limits their options, and signing Hill would mean sacrificing elsewhere, likely leaving the defense even weaker. But just picture it. Hill bringing his game-changing speed to Atlanta. It's a fun idea to entertain. 2nd, Stefon Diggs' future with Buffalo is uncertain. He's been a standout player, but recent tensions and injuries have raised questions about his next move. If his market value drops, could Atlanta swoop in with a creative deal? A one-year incentive-based contract could make sense for both sides. If healthy, Diggs would bring sharp route running and red zone dominance, giving Penix another reliable target. This could elevate Atlanta's offense from dangerous to downright lethal. However, with the Falcons already stretched thin financially and needing to improve their defense, this might remain a dream. Third, Deebo Samuel. The 49ers might be heading toward a rebuild, and Samuel could be a name on the move. With just 1 year left on his deal, he might be available for the right price. His unique combination of power, versatility, and toughness would complement Atlanta's existing weapons perfectly, taking pressure off Penix in critical moments. But here's the catch. Samuel's injury history and the cost of keeping him long-term are big risks. Plus, with extensions looming for players like London, Robinson, and Penix, this move might be too much to pull off. Still, as a one-season rental, Deebo would be a thrilling addition. Where does that leave the Falcons? Atlanta already has a solid offensive core, and while these big-name stars might feel like fantasy, adding even one of them could make the Falcons a Super Bowl contender. Managing the cap will be key, but fans can still dream of a powerhouse offense. So, what do you think? Should the Falcons go big and chase a star, or stick to building a more balanced roster? Let us know your take in the comments. Let's not overlook the importance of defense. A strong defensive unit is just as crucial as a high-powered offense when it comes to making a playoff run. So, here's the big debate. Should the Falcons go all in on a superstar wide receiver or focus on fixing their defense? Now, let's talk about the offensive stability Atlanta already has heading into 2025. The Falcons are in a rare and fortunate position. Nearly their entire starting offensive line is under contract for next season. The only exception is veteran center Drew Dalman, whose contract is set to expire. Re-signing him would allow Atlanta to bring back their full 2024 offensive lineup. But here's the big question. Will they re-sign him? The main challenge is the money already invested in the offensive line. Caleb McGarry, Chris Lindstrom, and Jake Matthews are all on significant player-friendly deals. And let's not forget left guard Matthew Bergeron, who's also nearing a contract extension. With so much money tied up, can the Falcons afford to keep Dalman? It comes down to a classic front office dilemma: continuity versus salary cap flexibility. If Dalman's market price rises too high, the Falcons might have to explore cheaper alternatives. Adding to the complexity, the team managed to stay steady when Dalman was out with an injury this season. His replacement stepped up impressively, keeping the offense on track. This raises another question. Do the Falcons really need to spend big at the center position? Could they find a budget-friendly veteran or even draft a young, talented center? No matter what the Falcons decide, there's reason for optimism in Atlanta. Michael Penix Jr. has shown flashes of becoming the franchise quarterback of the future, and the offense is stacked with weapons. Now the focus can shift to addressing the real weakness, rebuilding the defense. For years, the defense has struggled to apply consistent pass pressure, and it's time to change that. Just imagine how dangerous this team could be if they paired a solid defense with their already explosive offense. So, Falcons fans, what do you think? Should the team prioritize bringing back Dalman for offensive consistency, or would it be smarter to save cap space and focus on the defense? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. And hey, before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more exclusive Falcons updates throughout the offseason. Let's rise together. Go Falcons!